I think we need to officially announce every day immediately following a whiskey class
How did your voice get more gravelly?
is talk like a pirate day.
Arr.
Every time.
Well, I'm gonna have to dig deep.
Yeah.
Me matey.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
You bucko, I don't know.
It's time we drink ourselves some whiskey.
Or is it pirate whiskey, Dad?
It's pirate whiskey. Evidently Irish pirate whiskey.
This is the best kind of pirate. Were there Irish pirates?
I'm sure there were. The Vikings ended up working with the, come on.
But I'm saying.
Like famous ones?
Like in the Caribbean, that's where all the pirates did their.
Oh, all the pirates were in the,
all of them. They did their pirating.
100%.
Right, that was the main thread of pirating, going right through the Caribbean. But up in like the Irish coast, pirates?
Sure, yes. All right.
What do we got?
This is a gift from Rep. Richard Shaw.
Well, so he's a rep, though.
He's a rep.
He's a rep, so he has vested interest in this.
Yes, he does.
He waited in line like everybody else,
Yes,
but he does not get bastarded.
No.
He gets an awkward moment of silence.
So, I guess
Do you think?
it's unfortunate that we're having to drink Scotch whiskey on International Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's not actually international.
You're bad at silences, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And we're done. You just filled the silence with just noise. Do you think any of these reps get in trouble whenever they send something?
And then it's like we just
do not like it at all.
I tell them every single time.
Yeah.
And I have this email that I send that says, hey, we'd love it. That's fine. We can't promote anything like go buy or anything like that.
Right.
And you're going to get an aqua pause that looks like this. And I send them to a video.
Right.
And if you're fine with that.
Yeah.
And by the way, we may not like it.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
All right. So I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
And just based on the bottle and the screw cap and just the design and nothing else.
Nothing else.
It's making me think of a budget bottling.
Yeah, it's making me, yes. It is.
Okay.
So this is Charles Edge. Was a guy in the whiskey industry, evidently for a very long time, and decided to start his own line of blended Scotch.
Okay.
Right? So it's Charles Edge London, and they have a whole line ranging from like the real budget one, which is like $13 or something, all the way up to this one, which is a 12-year-old blend.
Yeah.
Right? Voided Scotch, so grain and malt. Highland and Speyside malts are the malts that are in this.
Yeah.
I need a little more.
I'm on the nose.
Okay.
I'm on the nose, and there's something I like and there's something I don't like about the nose. What I like about the nose is how present it is, and there's seems like almost like a bready baking spice.
Yeah.
Not American whiskey baking spices, but some type of.
It's very like a fruit pastry.
Yeah. Yeah, but more malty than that, more honey than that, more of a.
I'm not getting any of like when I get monkeyed that musty malt note.
Right.
I'm not getting any of that.
But then there's this one thing. It's it's not quite a sourdough note.
It's definitely an overripe or bruised fruit.
I was thinking, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking like unsweetened cider, like really.
I've never had unsweetened.
Well, basically, whenever it's less of a sweet fruit presentation and more of just kind of like the natural apple. I don't know. It's a weird note for me.
Yeah.
It's a weird note for me.
It's almost butterscotch, but then it gets too fruity. And then the fruit almost stays and then it becomes bready.
You know what? Okay, I think I know what it is. I think I know what the interesting weird note is. I think it's silly putty. Remember silly putty?
Oh, yeah. When you open it up and it always had that.
Yeah.
And after you smash it on a newsprint.
It's like a subtle smell.
Yeah. But I think that's the phenolic notes from the malts.
Okay.
Right? That are so overwhelmed by the sweet notes that they're sort of hovering in the background.
Yeah, it's the background note for sure.
Yeah.
And I think we've probably given it way too much attention because that's the most unique note in this. The earlier notes that we mentioned are by far the dominant notes on this.
Oh. Hey. Oh, it's a little burny. A little bit of a lingering, almost peppery.
Grading it on the budget blended Scotch curve.
Budget 12. What else would be a budget 12?
It's a little...
Chivas.
The taste is more what's the word? Familiar than the nose. The nose actually had a unique angle. I feel like I've had many a blended budget Scotch that were right in this wheelhouse here. The similar flavors.
I think this is hitting it straight down the middle of what he was aiming for.
Yeah,
this is like
the blended Scotch category.
Yeah, this is like, I can't remember what he said it was. I wrote it down. $30. 12-year-old blended Scotch.
Yeah.
And $30, and it looks.
I do think you can actually taste a bit more age on this than you can most blended Scotches in like the $30 range.
Try this. This is Chivas 12, so it's a 12 and a 12.
You know what? I mean,
and the Chivas is more honeyed, but they're very close.
They're in the same family, yeah.
There's more of like an earthy note now. I did not smell it all at first, but compared to Chivas,
with the AB,
more of the malt round grain note shows up.
Between the two, I'm actually going for this.
Oh yeah, no, it gets thin and sweet and metallic.
The Scots Gold.
The Scots Gold has a little more body to it.
It does. Again, grading on the spectrum of blended Scotch. If this was going toe to toe with your higher price point bottles,
or your single malt that you really like,
no, different league.
Wow.
But in that category, I actually can taste a little bit more of the maturity and development of those flavors.
I do want to ask you, though.
Very common budget Scotch, blended Scotch whiskey flavors.
Do you notice a trend here that I saw as soon as I started looking? Are you ready? This is the pamphlet he gave me of their line. You ready? Starting with the most budget one. Right?
Okay.
And then the next most expensive one.
Red, black. Oh, are they following?
The next most expensive one.
It's funny.
The gold.
Yeah.
The next most expensive one. Right. Notice something?
The color palette of the Johnny Walker?
Yeah, a little bit.
You were showing me, not them.
I know, because I was giving you the chance to see if you
caught
on to what was going on there.
So basically, the ascendancy that you see in the Johnny Walker line, starting with the red going up, the red, the black, the green.
Yeah. You can't trademark a color, I guess.
I guess. I don't know, man. I think
I like it though.
For what it is, I think it's a good option. There was that I gotta tell you, I was kind of hoping that silly putty note was gonna give me something new
in the finish or something.
Yeah, something different, a unique angle. But getting into the flavors, it's much more of a down the middle of the road blended Scotch type of deal.
He's not trying to do this because the black label for Johnny Walker has a little more peat in it. This is a Jane, but
that's a
12-year-old Jane Walker.
Did we ever do Jane Walker? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh. Huh. Mm-hmm. Add pepper to this, and you've got...
Yeah, same family.
Same thing.
Jim Fox.
Not same thing, but...
Jim Fox.
Same family.
But I will say this, though. The 12-year-old Johnny Walker, for it to do as well as it's doing compared to a 20-year-old...
Wait, what?
How old is this?
12. They're both 12. That's why I keep pulling 12s.
Never mind. I thought you said 20 on this. It's like, oh, I put some age on a blended Scotch. It's like, no, it's 12. It's fine. Jim Fox, watching 4 years of videos today. Dan appears to be Dorian Gray, never aging. Rex, well, he's the picture.
I put that in because that's
really
come
funny.
On, that was a nice tight.
That's really funny.
Ball busting.
That's really funny.
I think you must be watching the wrong videos because I look back at the first videos and my beard is not gray like this.
Yeah, I think it's more of a physique thing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think you internalize stress.
I do.
Like you clench it down.
And it eats away at me, and
mine just shows up.
My tension looks like this, and yours looks like I give up.
Yeah. Whatever, man. It's the Lebowski of stress management. Sam Law. Hey, dudes, I used to have a very bad problem with booze. Since finding your channel, I've learned to slow down and appreciate a drink. Thank you, man.
That's something I really love.
Yes.
That's why I put that one in there.
Honestly, and I'm going to finish this and then we'll start. This week, it's Bushmills, 10-year-old, because you speak so highly of Bushmills. Do we speak so highly of Bushmills? We don't hate Bushmills.
I like Bushmills. And the budget lines, I think it's great. And then on their older ones, I think the 10 is a great one.
You guys have really helped me with your awesome content. Thank you. That's something I really think about a lot.
Yeah.
Like multiple times a week. Are we doing things that put people on the fast track towards developing some type of problem? And I know that our content is never, it's shots and booze and just, let's get wild and crazy with it. We approach it methodically, but at the same time, we are no strangers to shenanigans. So in pairing like the ridiculousness and the good times with whiskey, sometimes I have the thought, are we making it too animated and casual and carefree of an affair
for something that is actually
that people need to need to go in eyes wide open and understand that, hey, this can get ahead of you. This can, become a problem if you're not diligent about making sure that making sure that you don't develop a dependency issue. It doesn't affect like your job, your relationships, all that stuff. I think about that a lot, and we do like the dry weeks.
Spilled them.
You're now level 2 whiskey sommelier. We do the dry weeks, right? About it's once a quarter, but still beyond that, I wish there was something that we could more naturally, seamlessly incorporate into our content that just is that reminder, that ever-present reminder to make sure that, hey, this is fun, this is cool, this is interesting, but always make sure that you don't get irresponsible with it.
Yeah.
Friday. It's the Whiskey Drive Quarterly Challenge. Do you like whiskey? Are you drunk on a Tuesday and not in college? It's time for a dry week. Yeah, you heard right. It's 7 days of fucking sobriety, baby. Save your brain, liver, skin, bones, intestines, heart, immune system, and grasp on reality. It's almost like whiskey's bad for you or something.
I'm a guy in the comments, and I say the dry week is done because I can quit anytime I want.
Then do it with the rest of us and stop being a wimp. Don't let your habits rule you. Take control. August 7th to 14th. Dry week. Do it unless you're scared.
Or just do whatever you want.
And we're back.
Sorry.
Anything to add?
I just added water. I wanted to try this one thing, but I wanted to say that I have a new favorite trend I'm seeing in the YouTube channels for whiskey right now.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of education.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. Early on, it was a whole lot of people giving opinions on whiskey. And that's still happening.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing more and more and more of the whiskey reviewers trying to actually educate people and talking about things like what does a barrel do to whiskey and what is proofing and
Right on.
And I think that I'm really excited to be a part of that trend.
Yeah, well, that's meeting people where they're at, right?
Yeah,
because
actual whiskey
there's
knowledge.
a finite number of people that are going to tune in for somebody's subjective opinion about what a whiskey tastes like. But there's a ton of people who will tune in because they just have like basic fundamental questions about best practices and what it is and the history and all that stuff.
The proofing down obliterates it, so that's the one. Yeah. I like it better unattached.
Kicked up a little bit of a tannic note on the back end, almost sour. A little bit of a sour.
I think that's the malt. That's that space side.
Oh, and then it's damn near invisible on the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, it woke up the nose on some elements that weren't my favorite.
Damn fine budget scotch.
Sure.
That's
Here's
it.
to fighting, stealing, and drinking,
If you
y'all.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal your friends.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.